to another episode of the Hanukkah Erotica Book Club podcast. I'm Raizel, and I'm joined by my stepsister and co-host, Malya. Hi, Mal.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, and here on the Hanukkah Erotica Book Club podcast, Malya and I review and chat about Jewish romance, mostly books, sometimes shows and movies.
Yes, that's us.
And we generally catch up about a lot of other things, primarily Seltzer and Jonah Platt.
There's a lot to talk about on both of those fronts today.
There really is.
Yes.
Well, how are you? Where do we begin?
Right, good question. I'm well. I do like these morning recording sessions, I have to say.
Me too.
It's summer. I'm working my way through a case of passion fruit flavored LaCroix, and I'm really liking it.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think I've had it before.
It's so good. It's top of the, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It's fruity, but not too fruity.
Feels like a treat.
It does. It feels like a treat. And I say again, like I said this last time, there's something about popping a can that feels more indulgent. Like a bottle is good, but your own can, I don't know, that
it's
feels
like
celebratory.
Exactly. And the bottle, it can get flat.
Of course, right.
It can get flat. You can leave it out of the fridge by accident. It can get warm. The can, you got to go quick.
Right, the can is for like you're gonna down that whole can. I guess that's what feels celebratory about it. Like you're indulging in the love of the drink.
Even the sound, of opening it.
Yeah, it's fun. A can is fun.
Mal, do you know who Guy Fieri is?
He's a chef.
Yeah, he's like a Food Network celebrity.
Yeah. I know who he is, I think.
I actually think Guy Fieri became famous on Food Network from like winning a game show or something. Like he wasn't a Food Network chef, he was just like the winner of something. But then like got 1,000 shows and now he's like the face of the Food Network.
Yes, I see him a lot.
He had a deal with Waterloo to make these 3 specialty flavors, limited time edition Guy Fieri Waterloo flavors.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I saw them.
What are they?
I bought 1 case. I got huckleberry bramble or some huckleberry pie or something like that.
Okay.
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
It's so funny that you say that because I was going to say in one of these segments, like I feel like you are very positive about all your seltzers. Like every seltzer I bring up, you're like, great, yum, great, love it. I was going to be like, have you had a negative experience with a flavored seltzer? But here we are.
Well, okay, look, first let me answer that by saying, the other day I told you key lime LaCroix was really good, and I know that you love like the lime, but for me, most lime flavored things remind me of like tequila shots, and I don't like the lime because it reminds me of tequila.
Tequila!
So in general, I stay away from lime, but I did try a key lime the other day. I told you at Vinny's Orthodontist, it was delicious. Okay, I like key lime, like I like key lime pie, I like key lime flavored things, but like lime seltzer often to me reminds me of drinking drinks I don't like. Okay.
The orthodontist is serving flavored seltzer?
Yeah, the orthodontist has a seltzer fridge.
Wow, it's very bougie.
Yeah,
great.
That's how I got the opportunity to taste the key lime.
That's great.
Didn't
that's
have to get a whole
perk.
case. But I have another story about how I got to taste one of Guy Fieri's flavors without buying a case, which is that I was talking about seltzer with a group of neighbors at a 40th birthday party recently, and I could tell based on the conversation that they were also seltzer aficionados. Oh, have you tried this one? Have you tried that one? How's this? How's that? Okay, great.
Sure.
Water seeks its own level, finding my people, having conversations about how good Waterloo peach is. And then a few days later, I texted my neighbor who we were talking about Waterloo, and I said, don't try this huckleberry one with a picture of the huckleberry Guy Fieri can.
Right.
She said, actually, the lemon Italian ice flavor of this same Guy Fieri line was really good.
Huh. That sounds good.
And then there was a spicy mango sorbet.
Huh.
Okay, but I'm already scarred now by the aftertaste of this huckleberry, so I know I'm not buying a case of lemon Italian ice or spicy mango sorbet, right?
Right.
So she's
now
like,
you have this whole case
I
of
have a
huckleberry.
case of huckleberry.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, no way I'm buying those. But she's like, well, if I end up buying one, I like both of them, I'll bring you a can. So she brought me a can of the spicy mango sorbet, and that was kind of good.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like the kind of that seems. I would be wary of that just from the name.
I would not buy a case.
Right, but a can to try sounds good, and you liked it.
I enjoyed it. It was great.
Okay. was great. Okay.
Not great buying a case. You're right. I'm very positive about seltzer. It was good.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
She told me, make sure you chill it. I put it in the fridge for a long time.
Obviously.
You know, brought it on a walk outside. It was good.
Yeah.
Spicy mango sorbet.
Okay.
But
Cool.
Guy Fieri's Huckleberry was thumbs down. And I did hear the lemon Italian ice was good, but I don't trust it.
Right. Why? I mean, there's so many other fish in the sea.
Yeah, I just don't trust it. I don't think I'm going to go for it. If I were at a party and there was a Yeti backpack filled and there was lemon Italian ice in there, I would try it.
Of course. That's the perfect
I'd
opportunity.
like to. If the orthodontist was serving it, Dr. Frank, I'd be having one, but
that might come up. I thought of you because last weekend I was in a playground at a birthday party that was, it was like a 2 p.m. Sunday in July. Sun beating down. I'm like standing with the parents and I'm thinking, a Yeti backpack full of flavored seltzers would be great right now, but there was none.
No.
And then I'm like, do I use the water fountain at this playground? Like, am I that desperate?
So you don't carry around a water bottle or anything like that, like a reusable?
I tend not to. I hate schlepping. And I feel like
so
with
heavy.
kids, I schlep so much.
Do the kids carry their own water bottles?
To school, but like to just go to the playground, they would drink from the water fountain if they're desperate for a drink of water. And there were like juice boxes, like for kids at the party. But I wasn't desperate, and I don't like to drink a juice box. Like that's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to become the cooler of seltzer family because you have too many kids to carry, but it's nice to have them when you get there.
Yeah, I like to enjoy the heroism of others. I don't think I'm there yet, or maybe ever. We'll see.
It would have to, a lot would have to change. It'd all have to be in college.
Right, one day to like the retirement parties, I'll be the person bringing the flavor.
Well, it's funny because I'm having some people over today, the moms of Jonah's class, and everyone said, what can I bring? And I said, I think a heat wave can never have enough seltzer. So I told people to just bring seltzer.
Great. Wow. Okay, maybe someone will bring an interesting Guy Fieri limited edition.
Let's see. Lemon Italian ice.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, that's my seltzer update was really to save the Huckleberry news for you because I was tempted to text you about it, but I didn't.
I'm sure now, it's one of those things that now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to see those.
Yes, but they are limited edition, so you might see them only for the summer. It's also smart to do like a limited edition, like because a dumb consumer like me is like, ooh, a cute graphic.
Fun. Yeah, you want to try something new. It's fun, especially in the summer. You want, this is prime seltzer season for sure.
It sure is. So that's my update.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're enjoying the passion.
Enjoying the passion. I'm gonna. This has inspired me to branch out more. I was kind of just sticking with the lime as a root, with an occasional sprinkling of the pamplemousse.
Exactly.
But I feel like that's very basic.
I told you tangerine LaCroix is delicious, right? I've discussed this.
You have. I feel like I didn't see that on the Amazon.
But don't do orange. It's completely different. Tangerine.
Okay, I'm gonna look out for. That's gonna be my next try.
Yeah, it's really good, and that's strawberry peach. LaCroix.
That I did see. Okay, you like that one good too.
It's great. It's great.
Well, like it well. But,
I like it. I like it fine.
You like it fine.
No, I like it a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Okay, there's a lot ahead of me.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
There is. And when you are at Shop Right Next, you know,
in a few weeks,
the bowl and basket, rebrand seltzers have been in the cans have been really good. And all those polars and stuff are delicious. So
the polars, I'm already a fan of. Yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I'm getting there. I'm expanding my horizons.
Okay, so Jonah Platt news.
Yes. Let's see. Was there specific Jonah Platt news, or was I just?
Well, William shared that there was an episode about his tats.
Oh, right. I think that was a clip from an old episode.
Oh, I see.
It was a screenshot. I think that probably got a lot of mileage because he probably, his tattoos are a major focus of his social media persona. So I'm sure that post and that clip got a lot of views. So I think he just posted a screenshot of like just that part of that interchange. But I think that was a rabbi. I think that was like the rabbi of his synagogue. And I think he interviewed him on the podcast a while back.
It's hilarious that you put rabbi of his synagogues in quotes.
I meant to put like his in quotes. Like, I don't know, I think it's like a really well-known
Of
rabbi.
course it is.
Right. So I don't think it's not
It's like a
his
big
little
shul in LA.
It's not like his little intimate like rabbi who's like he's like his little secret he's pulling
Stiebel.
out. Right. It's like a well-known guy, but you know, I think Jonah Platt identifies. I don't know that rabbi's name. I'm
Wait.
sure I'm embarrassing myself because it's probably a well-known person.
It's fine. Someone will tell us. I
Yeah.
have something unrelated to discuss, which is that I think maybe we already knew this as it was happening, but when the Angels left the old country, I think has like critical acclaim and people really love. And like I really feel like I really misunderstood it and didn't appreciate like a great book.
Oh.
So for example, someone I know is a publisher, and she's never responded about any book we've read ever for the podcast at all.
Okay.
And I had the story up from our last episode of when the Angels left the old country, and she DMs, like she responds to the story, like replies to the story, like incredible book, amazing book, something like that. Yikes. Then people were commenting, someone commented like this book, like reposted it, like, wow. We haven't had that before.
You're right. Listen, I feel like it's not really fair though because it wasn't a romance.
It wasn't a romance.
I think that
it wasn't our bread and butter.
We shouldn't have even like if I had known more about it, I would have said we shouldn't discuss it. Nothing to do with it being great or not. It just it wasn't of our genre. So
exactly.
We were trying to make it work in this context. I think is more like this isn't we're not reviewing great books on this podcast. Like,
right.
It's not we're not analyzing literature here.
Right.
So, are we suddenly going to start doing that? I don't think so.
No.
There was no sex. There was no romance really at all to speak of.
No.
So we were trying to speak about it on that level. I don't know what else to say.
Right. But the response to the fact that we did it, people being like, this book, wow, great book. I'm like,
I see. You're like, okay, maybe I missed something.
Although I already knew that's the chip I'm missing, and I am aware. It's but it's a specific chip. It's like I said last time. It's like literary fiction, great, love. Like there's a lot of really great books I adore. This was in its own category that, anyway, we don't have to belabor it because we have a lot to get to with Unwritten Rules. But is there anything else you wanted to catch up on before we get to Unwritten Rules?
On the Jonah Platt theme, though, I do think he's doing some kind of podcast reboot. Did you see that? Because he had his season finale, which I think was his mom or I don't know what. But then everyone was like, oh, so can't wait for a new season. And then he was like, something new is coming next month. So I think he's having some kind of new version or I don't know what. Some kind of, there's something new coming.
Okay, can't wait.
So I'm just saying, like, he's not taking a summer break. He's out there 12 months of the year as the voice of the Jews.
Of course.
Yeah. So rest assured on that.
Jewish voice of our generation.
Yeah.
Amazing. I can't wait to see what's coming next.
Me too. But we should get to, there's a lot to talk about. Unwritten Rules, yes.
Okay, so Unwritten Rules was published in 2021. I've been aware of this book for a very long time and have wanted to read it. Cover of Unwritten Rules, like a baseball field. Hottie guy with his arms crossed. His t-shirt is like lifted up, so his abs are showing, but then the title Unwritten Rules, that looks like it's like on a baseball, is written over his abs, so you can't.
Yes.
But like hot cover. And it's written by Katie Casey. And before we get into it, I just want to read the description again for our listeners, maybe who missed last week's episode. Zach Glasser has put up with a lot for the sport he loves. Endless days on the road, playing half-decent baseball in front of half-full stadiums and endless nights alone, pretending this is the life he's always wanted. The thing is, it could have been everything he ever wanted. If only he'd have the guts to tell his family, tell the club that he was in love with his teammate, Eugenio Morales. Well, ex-teammate now. When Zach couldn't come out, Eugenio made the devastating choice to move on, demanding a trade away from Oakland, away from Zach. 3 years and countless regrets later, Zach still can't get Eugenio out of his head or his heart. And when they both get selected to play in the league's All-Star Classic, those feelings and that chemistry come roaring back. Zach wants a second chance. Eugenio wants a relationship he doesn't have to hide. Maybe it's finally time they both get what they want.
Okay, well, that actually was a significant amount of the plot right there.
Goodbye. This podcast is produced by.
Wasn't that like 3/4 of the book?
It was a lot.
It's not so plot driven, this book. I have to like the basic plot is pretty that was it, basically.
I know,
Right?
but yes, but the thing is like it wasn't, it's like it's more about, I feel like, Zach's feelings and journey and like his inner monologue.
Yes, it's a lot of, and it's also a lot about baseball.
A lot about baseball, yeah. It's interesting. So like on the scale of sports romances,
Yes, please.
there's a lot of hockey romances. A lot.
I'm aware of that.
They're
because
all very hot.
We read the bar mitzvah mistake. The bar mitzvah mistake?
No, wasn't it B'nai Mitzvah Mistake?
B'nai mitzvah mistake. That was it.
Wait, wasn't that also baseball?
I thought he was a former hockey player.
Wait, hold on, let me see. I really want to find that one out. Last Girl Standing, B'nai Mitzvah Mistake. Was it hockey romance?
I thought it was, but if I'm wrong, it's
hockey romance. Okay, that was
Okay,
hockey.
good. Yeah.
Good memory. I thought it was baseball. So there's a lot of hockey romances. There are
Yes.
there are baseball romances. Hockey, I don't know if it has to do with like the sport being less boring or what. Like it's very violent. They're always
Right.
getting hurt. Someone's
Right.
coming to their rescue.
A lot of action. Yeah.
A lot of action. It's like a fast-paced sport. Obviously, the romance doesn't have that much to do with the sport, but like baseball's such a snooze fest
Right, total
as a
snooze fest.
sport.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like what people like about it.
Yes,
it's like
it's a long,
you walk
leisurely
out,
day.
you get a hot dog, you come
Yeah.
back, nothing
Yes.
happened.
Yeah, exactly. It's
sit
a
back
long,
down.
leisurely day. I once wore jeans to Yankee Stadium, like, and a tank top. I
Okay.
wanted to crawl out of my skin. I've never been so hot in my life.
Oof, yeah.
You know, like sweat under a layer of jeans.
Horrible.
You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah. No, that's a nightmare. And then you're like, oh, there's 5 more hours of this
Yeah.
game to go.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be long.
Yeah.
Okay, so as of, like in terms of sexy romances, well, this was sexy. But sport, just on the scale of sports romances that I can get behind.
Right.
As someone who has no interest in sports, period, that's an important disclaimer.
Yes.
Like hockey, I get a little bit more than the baseball.
Right. Although I totally agree with you, because at the beginning of this book, I was like, oh God, like what are we in for? Like it started out, I liked it because you could tell like right at the beginning, you know, it's like it opens and he's trying to get to the clubhouse for like his first something, and he can't find the exit. He's pissed off, and he's like has all these missed text messages. It's painting a good picture of like a guy who's in a bad place. He has a chip on, he has a past, something is haunting him, and I like that. I mean, it set the scene with him and his emotions, and that was fun. But then at the same time, I was like, what's he late for? What's the clubhouse? There's a lot of language here. I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on, and I don't really care.
Right.
But then I was actually surprised that I felt it was like more accessible than I thought it was going to be. Like
I find that with all these sports books, it's like you think that you're not going to like it because you're not into the sport, but really like it's a fun setting for a romance, especially because these are teammates. This is even different than like the hockey ones are like puck bunnies into the guys. You know what puck bunnies are? They're girls who like hockey players.
did
So
not
it's
know
like,
that.
so it's like, you know, that's different than like just like fans.
Totally.
Do you know what girls who like comedians are called? Like girls who try to hook up with comedians?
No.
Chuckle fuckers.
No.
Yeah,
that
puck
is
bunnies
great.
are like hockey groupies who like to hook up with the hockey players. Chuckle fuckers.
That's
I don't
so
know.
funny.
I don't know what baseball ones are called.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
I guess for me, the reason that I liked the baseball, I agree with you about it being a boring game and therefore sort of like there's not as much like fun action. But I just feel like baseball has such a lauded place in our culture. Like baseball players are like America's heroes. So I felt like getting inside the head of like a professional baseball player and then seeing two professional baseball players get together, like it had a sexy aura because it's kind of like they're famous or they're like very successful in this field where it's super hard to be successful. So
Right.
that did it for like that built them up for me.
Okay, but one thing I was thinking during this book is I'm assuming Katie Casey is a woman.
Right. I wonder.
And it's like, I kind of like, I want, like, are there queer romances or in general any romances really written by men? Like, because it's like,
right.
I don't know how realistic, like, the emotions or the emotions and the feelings, I guess, are the same in any gender, but like, speaking from the perspective of like two gay male athletes, like, if she's a woman, like, I was just curious, like,
Yeah.
would like a queer author or a male author, I mean, she's a woman. Katie Casey is a writer and sports goth living in the Washington, D.C. area. Her books have been featured in the New York Times, Iowa Public Radio, Book Rockefeller, Town and Country, LGBTQ Reads, among other publications. Her second novel, Fire Season, was named... Anyway, it's a woman. I'm just curious. Like, I would like to read a queer romance from a male author.
I wonder if that exists.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
wait, you know what I think was it? Oh no, maybe that was a girl. Nice Jewish Boys.
I was thinking about that because I was thinking, I don't think in our 3 years now, I don't think we've ever read a book where there's like graphic sex scenes with two men. We read Nice Jewish Boys, which was was that YA? But it was written by, that was the book
that was a woman named Sarah L. Young wrote it.
But that was the book about the frum boy whose father was like a conservative politician.
Yes.
So that was about two boys, but it was very chaste. Like they had some kissing and that was it. There was no sex in the book.
This was the most hot and heavy queer book we've read, you think? Oh no, two men.
Alpha, like professional sports player men, like very male.
Yeah.
Who were like really.
They were very hot. They were both very hot, and their sexual chemistry was very hot too.
Yeah. So I think that was new for us, and I was into it.
Yeah, no, it was really that. All of that was really good. I liked the characters. They also felt like I really have a very strong sense of who they both are. Yeah, like both Eugenio and Zach. Zach,
go on.
You go.
I was gonna say Zach, who's the Jewish character, also has hearing loss and has a hearing aid, and there's an ongoing thing about him kind of being self-conscious about that. So I thought that was interesting, like representation too.
Completely. It came up throughout the book, and I thought it was done so in a thoughtful and delicate way. And I like when there's a character who's both hot and sexy and also has a disability. Like it is really nice representation. Yeah. He's a Jewish boy from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And what would you say about his like Jewish identity or kind of that part of the book?
Right. So I didn't, to be honest, I don't know how I felt about the Jewish element of this book. I felt like I don't really understand what that family was supposed to be, but they were extremely stereotypical to me.
There were a lot of stereotypes.
In a not so positive way.
There were a lot of stereotypes. I think the best way I could describe them, it's like they were the kind of Jewish family where like their synagogue life and Jewish community was important to them.
And they called it a shul.
They called it a shul.
They called it a shul. To me, I don't know,
conservative Jews call it a shul.
They do, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my impression of them is that they were a family who belonged and attended and were involved in their conservative synagogue, shul.
Yes.
And the idea of their kids marrying Jewish or I hate the term marrying Jewish, like marrying a Jewish person, their traditions, like holidays, those kinds of things are of value to them. I got the sense that they're a family who has like a kosher kitchen but eats dairy out.
Right. Well, there was like very, I don't know, to me, like not appetizing sounding, like almost like Shabbos food. Because, okay, like I guess about 3/4 of the way into the book, Zach brings Zach's
Eugenio.
family is pestering him to come home for this fundraiser that they're hosting, and they want him to be there as like a celebrity appearance almost.
Right.
And so he brings, but he's not out to them. He's not out to anyone. He's closeted, and he's
Yes, and it's like tormenting him.
very tortured about it.
It's a huge part of the book is this whole like this whole him being closeted, and this is a big part of the book. The secret from the team, the secret from his family. Like
that's like the central. That's the conflict, yeah. And it feels like it's a twofold issue. Like one, he has his family who seem very, like you said, traditional and very sort of like Jewish. Keep up with the Schwartzes. You know what I mean? Like it's not even so much that they religiously would disapprove, but they want him to be like everyone else's son. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and like,
yes,
get married, join the shul, do the fundraisers, like all that. And so there's that. But I think that there is also an element that he feels from the world of professional sports that like he's supposed to be like a man's man and like girls.
Right. And I think like because maybe it's 4 years, like I get it. There's like something about it that felt like slightly outdated. Like I just think like as the years go on, like that will continue to just be within the norm of like professional sports. Like it almost felt like slightly antiquated. That this was the central, like it's I feel like we've said this like with our other books, like the Roz Alexander books or other books that we've read. Like it is way more fun when it's just like the romance is about the dynamic than about this the issue of coming out to one's family or team. But I get it. That was this book. It's a different book.
Right. I hear you. I don't know. Like this goes back to I don't actually know anything about sports. So I could imagine that maybe even as recently as 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Because this is such a small, rarefied world that maybe it still is.
Yeah, it would still be news.
News if a professional sports player is openly gay.
Wait,
so I can't.
Yeah.
That being said, though, like the Jewish mom is like a mom. I felt like she was a mom out of like a Philip Roth novel. Like everything she did was like a Jewish stereotype. Like everything she said was like, yeah, the fakakta, whatever. I can't believe like yeshma, like okay, you got some schmutz there. Like every word was a Jewish annoying phrase, and then they tried to set him up with a girl and Rachel, but they were like meet Rachel.
Right. I don't know, everything about the food.
Oh, the food sound. So I'm sorry. So, Eugenio comes home with him. Kind of pressures Zach to bring him home. Zach is like, I can't introduce you as my boyfriend or anything, and he's like, well, just bring me as a friend. So he comes, but Zach is feeling very awkward and self-conscious because he's sort of like not being honest. But then the mom seems to have cooked a whole like welcoming feast for him that sounds like Shabbos food, but it doesn't say that it's Shabbos. It's just like Jewish food. And it just sounds gross. There's like pats of margarine on everything. It's described as like margarine pats like sitting on the top of the food. And then like Eugenio likes to cook.
He's good. He's like really good cook.
He's a really good cook. Although the book did again have that stereotypical thing that I have already said in the past I don't like, where like Eugenio brings pork chops to cook for Zach, and Zach is like, oh, I'm from a Jewish family. And Eugenio's like, oh, I'm sorry, I should have been more thoughtful, and I shouldn't have brought pork chops. And Zach is like, no, I eat pork, though I am Jewish. I don't know, I feel like we see that exact scene in so many books, and it feels a little annoying to me. But then when he comes home, Eugenio buys the mom a Jewish cookbook, and then the mom is like going through and annotating the cookbook about like what he got wrong, what the cookbook got wrong, and everything she's adding sounds disgusting. Like she's like, add onion soup mix, a packet of onion soup mix here. Like, and I was just like, I don't know, it didn't sound nice to me. It sounded like, he says, he loves his mother, it's his mother, but to me, it wasn't painting like a nice picture. It was just painting kind of an oppressive,
right,
and outdated. I'm like, who are these people? Yeah,
but I still think like for Zach Lasser, like, it could be still his mom. Like, we're not going to be those moms that are like, fakakta, mamala, this, that. But it was very funny.
Yeah.
She calls him Zakala. And it made me laugh because I don't think I told you that, or maybe I did, that Vinny and Jonah were at my in-laws for that weekend when we went to the wedding and came back. And Jonah's calling Vinny, Binala. Like, Just like
Really
2 days
cute.
with my in-laws.
Yeah.
2
She
days.
became Binala.
And she's Binala.
Right.
Where's
really
Binala?
Right.
Very cute. And
But
so
it just felt
the
like
same
that was
timing.
every word. She didn't say, the mother didn't say one sentence that was not peppered with some Yiddishism. Like it was like
Right.
they had to get it all, every single sentence. There was not one thing she said
Yes.
that was just a regular thing.
Agree that she was kind of annoying, but I do think kind of authentic. Like, I think you think she was more of a caricature than I think. The food was.
The food was.
The food
Okay.
was. But it's like, there are people like this who are just like, have that affect, have that like,
I guess
even
there
if
are.
they don't mean to, it's like, yeah, I do think in that generation, there's more of that.
Right, and I guess I don't know Baltimore so well. Maybe that's conjuring something very specific about Baltimore and the community that I don't know.
I know Baltimore intimately, but
Oh.
not the conservative world. So it's like I know the Orthodox community in Pikesville and the Kollel community at Ner Yisrael because that's where our family is.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like that.
Well, sure. Right.
It's just like super Jewish, but not like in this affected way.
Right.
But I don't know the conservative community. I just don't know.
Right. It just felt like something he was trying to escape, and you never really saw how it was also like, I don't know. Didn't show a nuanced portrayal of this world, I guess. But
Right. It seemed that there were certain aspects of his Jewish identity that were still meaningful to him, like some holidays,
right.
maybe, but generally, I think he was making a new life for himself.
It was very hard to separate what he felt about Judaism and what he felt about his sexuality because
Right.
it felt like it was all like it wasn't. He never expressly said he felt negatively about anything Jewish. He really felt like he wasn't able to be himself.
Right.
So I don't know, like if it was a culture that was more embracing of that.
I know, but it's interesting because it's like, I don't know, in my conservative shul, there's like a giant pride flag when you walk in. And it's like, there's like a whole like queer weekend and, where they have like, I don't know. It just
That's
feels
why it feels
like,
dated. That's why it feels dated.
Yes.
Feels like something out of a Philip Roth novel, but that's like from 1970. Like, I don't know. That's what these characters feel like that with the margarine and the bubula and I don't know. It felt old
I know what
school
you mean.
to me.
I know what you mean. I really do.
So
their dynamic, Eugenio and Zach's dynamic, they really liked each other.
they were very cute. It was a good build up. It took a while. He was helping him pitch. They were standing close to each other. Like she really built that up, like that chemistry.
Yeah, and it was like a second chance romance because it's jumping back and forth from the past to the present, which honestly, like at times I was like, where am I?
I felt like that was a little hard for me because I think that they were using like which type of baseball they were playing was supposed to be a cue to us as to whether they were in the past or the present. But since I didn't really understand any of that, I was always like, I don't know what this is. The
Because
roster,
it's like the All-Star game or this game.
Yes.
Right.
And
Wait,
I was like,
did you notice towards the end when he got traded to a team that was like literally the Yankees, but it was called like the Union?
Yes. What was up with that?
Like, why? Again, why?
Don't know.
I don't understand why I can read certain books that's like, I popped a LaCroix and walked into the Gap, where it's just like straight up references of real things. And other books, they're like the team with the stripes.
Right.
I'm like, the Yankees?
But I don't know.
Stadium? Yankee Stadium.
But I don't know, is it something that we're not understanding? Because there's like minor league teams that are associated with all these teams. Like, I don't know.
Okay, maybe. Hey, has anyone read this book and can you let us know?
Is that team real? Like, what's going on?
Because I thought it was just the Yankees rebranded as the Union. There's a review on Goodreads that I feel like says it well. Not the Union thing, but in general. Can I read it to you?
Yes,
It's
please.
from Heather K. In parentheses, it says dentist in my spare time. Heather K. has written over 4,000 reviews on Goodreads, okay?
Holy, okay.
Over 4,000, 4.5 stars. When I first started Unwritten Rules by K.D. Casey, I wasn't sure what to think. I mean, third person, present tense, time jumps between past and present, heavy baseball content, like technical stuff. Oh, it was hurting my head and my heart, especially because I was promised a great story from a multitude of friends. However, once I really got into the story, I simply could not put it down. I have a particular type in romance books, and I love an MC with a disability, chronic illness, neurodiversity. You give me an out-of-the-box MC, and I'm putty. I adored that we got an MC who was hard of hearing, even if that actually factored fairly little into the story. I also loved that the other MC was non-white, which makes sense for a baseball romance, and I was happy to see it. Plus, a Jewish MC. I would bet money that the author is Jewish because so many details were done correctly. Interesting take. It's hard to write realistic feeling Jewish MCs without being Jewish yourself, so I've found, so props to Katie Casey. I can also tell that the author is knowledgeable and passionate about baseball, which is nice to see, even though I know next to nothing about the sport. Truly, the time skips are my biggest headaches because I hate those in books. But I was able to look past it to see the beautiful, hard-fought romance. This is an angsty story, and you will get frustrated with Zach, but it's all worth it in the end. I even cried a little at the lovely last few chapters, which made all of the back and forth in the middle worthwhile. A must-read for those who like Jewish MCs, MCs with disabilities, and sports romances with moderate steam. I can't wait to read more books from this author in the future. I thought that was a good review.
Great review. She should be on the podcast.
She summed it all
Heather
up.
K. Heather K, come on over.
I think I should follow her and find her.
Was this moderate steam? I thought it was pretty heavy. Yeah.
It was steamy.
There was talk of,
Oh, can I tell you why it was moderate steam? Because of the smut out there. You should read some of the books I've been reading.
Oh, really?
It is so insane what is out there, and that is why this is moderate.
Wow, okay.
Yes. I have stumbled upon a genre that I've never read anything like this, and I've been reading romance for maybe like 17 years, something like that. Maybe a little longer.
What is the genre?
Insanity.
Pornography? Like, what is it?
Pornography. Dark romance is one. Like, I read a book that called Lights Out that was under like dark romance and like it's like a TikTok fantasy. So like this woman, this is not a Jewish romance, okay?
Okay.
This woman is like really into these sexy TikTok. This one sexy TikToker, he like wears a mask and he, I don't know. He's like, it's like danger kink or something like that. Ugh. And she's like into this one like genre of one TikToker in particular. It seems like this person like only uses TikTok because she's very into this one guy's videos. Anyway. Spoiler alert, they end up meeting. The whole story's about them, like her TikToker in real life. And it is insanity. Because it's like a danger kink. They're like she like wants to get hurt, but not hurt. There's like, I've never read anything like this. Explicit, like this. So if Heather, dentist in her spare time, is comparing it to that,
right,
this is moderate.
I hear you. Okay.
Because of what else is out there. Then I read this other hockey romance, pucking around, pucking around the why choose genre, which is where this woman named like Rachel, something Jewish sounding. I was like, wait, could we read this on the podcast? Is she Jewish?
Okay.
It doesn't come up. But like her name's like Rachel something with a B that sounds very Jewish. And I was like, even if they're like her dad's dad was Jewish, I'm like, we're reading it. But nothing came up about it.
Okay.
It's like an 8,000-page gigantic book.
You read the whole thing?
Yeah. Why choose is why choose? I could have 6 men and be in a relationship with all of them. Why choose? But they're all in love with each other. It was her and 3 men.
Okay. I see. Why choose? It's like
hockey players.
Polyamor. Okay.
It's like why choose? I don't need to make a choice because I'm in love with all of them and they all love me.
Right. I get it.
So it's like 2 hockey players, one guy who's like the guy who, what's it called? Like he's like helps the team. Oh my God. Again, if she's comparing it to books like that, yeah, this very sexy book is moderate.
Right.
Filth. Schmutz.
Schmutz. I guess we've read, we read a couple things like that book about the ultra-Orthodox couple that was into BDSM.
Yes.
Like a couple things that make this seem a little moderate.
Olive Days? Oh no, the siren.
No, the
Not
one
the
about
siren. Tipora.
yeah, they had the bird.
Craving
Yes,
flight, little bird.
Thank you. That was So that was a
so
little.
this is moderate compared to that.
Right.
Right.
But this is like
that's fun.
right.
This is hot and heavy.
It was hot and heavy. I liked there was a scene they had sex in a bathroom stall, which I felt like was is kind of a stereotype. I feel like for
of a locker room,
of like a locker room and guys, but I was into it. It worked.
I think that a lot of people looking at these reviews had an issue with the time hopping. So
Okay, good.
I'm actually, and I feel validated.
Yeah. I think the time hopping overly relied on an intricate knowledge of baseball, and I just feel like likely most people reading this they're not drawn to it for like, they're not on that level.
Right. But I liked the second chance romance aspect of it. I liked that they found each other again.
Yeah.
They were a great couple. Did you read or listen?
Read.
I did both, and the audio narrator. You ever notice when a male narrator like narrates a woman's voice in like a very specific kind of way that's like she doesn't talk like that?
Totally.
He narrated like Eugenio's voice like that.
Oh, weird.
Like too effeminate.
I don't like that.
And I was like, no. I switched. No. I had to switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't right.
Right. No, the whole fun of this was that they were both like very masculine. Not the whole fun, but I thought that a good part of the steam element for me was how masculine they both were.
Yeah. Two hotties.
Yeah.
And with like really great.
Even Zach, the way he was broody was very masculine. Like he wasn't brooding in the way that a girl, like a girly brood. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Totally. Oh my God, there's a really long review. Oh my God, I have to send this to you. If you are interested in reading it, listeners, there is a review from Angel Fire that looks like a true thesis.
Oh, geez.
And it's hilarious. This is the irony. The first line of Angel Fire's review says, there was a lot I loved about this, but unfortunately, the unnecessary length took away some of the magic. And then she writes, the longest review I've ever seen.
That's really funny.
She wrote, wow, the unnecessary length, but then she couldn't help herself.
Right. She had to say it all.
I love her. Angel Fire. You have to see this review. I'm not going to read it.
Think is Katie Casey Jewish?
I think so. I do.
Because if she's not, then I find this portrayal borderline offensive.
I think she's Jewish.
It was just
You think she's an anti-Semite.
She might be an anti-Semite.
I think she's Jewish.
Okay. No, I assumed she was, but
I feel like if it was in Kveller, and she's listing here that it was in Kveller, yeah, I do think she's Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think. But I that's just my sense. I don't know. I think Zakala is like too niche. Zakala, it's come on.
Right. I don't know. It just right. Also, he was named Zach, but the other kids were like Aviva. Also, Aviva, when he got home, had gotten a tattoo and was hiding it from her parents.
Right.
It was his sister. Zach's sister had gotten a tattoo and was hiding it from her parents. So it was this feeling of like, again, it felt dated to me. Very dated.
Yeah.
Like, is a conservative kid in 2021 really hiding a tattoo from their parents?
I don't know. Like, kinda.
Maybe. I mean, maybe the way any kid would hide a tattoo, just because maybe some people just don't want their kid getting a tattoo. But I don't know.
No, Jews. It's very Jewish.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It didn't feel real to me, the Jewish part.
I think it felt more real to me.
Okay.
I think like having grown up in a town with like just so many people who are Jewish and like feel very Jewish, but like their Judaism isn't about like their Jewish practice.
Right.
Or Jewish law. So it's like this other stuff.
Right.
So it feels that, but I agree with you about the food.
Yeah, the food, and there was like challah at the meal, but like it wasn't Shabbos or a holiday. They just like make challah for like a meal on a Tuesday. Like that's like something that you would have in like that AI would generate, and you'd be like, no, this is a weird, inaccurate stereotype.
Right. No, there's no challah at this meal.
Right. So.
Right. I get it. I do. Yeah.
But I still liked them as a couple, and I was happy for them.
Me too. I really was. That was Unwritten Rules by Katie Casey.
I enjoyed it. More than I thought I would. More than I thought I would.
They were a great couple, and
I didn't think it was too long. That long review that you just mentioned started out that it was long. I didn't see it as too long.
No, I know. That's why it's so funny, because she wrote her review's longer than the book. I don't know what she's talking about.
Right. Me neither. I didn't have an issue with the length at all. It didn't occur to me.
No, me either. Mm-mm. But you know what? It's like, it is so cool that there's just so many different genres. Like within Jewish romance, there's so many different kinds of books.
Totally. I agree. That is really fun that people
like
are.
The fact that we found this, a gay baseball romance.
Where the main character's Jewish.
Yeah, Zach Glasser.
Very Jewish, like where the Jewish element is like a major plot point.
And part of his identity.
Yes.
You know, it's really cool.
No, it's awesome. I know, that's why every time I tell people about this podcast and they're like, how many Jewish romance novels are there? I'm like, tons.
Tons, and there's going to continue to be more and more and more because they're publishing more every month.
Right. And
we'll never be able to catch up.
Right, that's what I say. I'm like, we haven't scratched the surface.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, should we just chat about our next book? We once read a Syrian, not really romance, Syrian horror story.
Exactly.
I can't remember what that book was called.
Shoot, neither do I. Oh, God.
I'll find it. Hold on.
I'm trying to scramble.
It was called The Marriage Box by Corey Ajmi.
Yes, wow, that was quick. Good.
Yeah. And we really wanted it to be a romance. It really wasn't. No. And now for our next book, it might be a romance, might not be. I don't really know. Let's see. But we're reading Sisters of Fortune by Esther Chebar. And I'm going to read the description before we wrap up.
Great.
Okay. The Cohen sisters are at a crossroads, and not just because the obedient middle sister Fortune has secretly started to question her engagement and impending wedding, even as her family scrambles to prepare for the big day. Nina, the rebellious eldest sister, is single at 26 and growing cobwebs by her community standards when she runs into an old friend who offers her a chance to choose a different path. Meanwhile, Lucy, the youngest, a senior in high school, has started sneaking around with a charming older bachelor. As Fortune inches ever closer to the chuppah, the sisters find themselves in a tug-of-war between tradition and modernity, reckoning with what their tight-knit community wants and with what they want for themselves. Sisters of Fortune is a sister story about dating, ambition, and coming of age within an immigrant community whose affection is endearing, maddening, and never boring. This novel reckons with the roots that entwine our lives to the ones who love us best, the dreams we hold for our daughters, and the winding paths we take to our own happy endings. That's it.
That sounds good.
Sounds really good.
I see it's being compared to Jane Austen.
Yeah, I could tell.
We've read a few that are like that. I always like them.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to read this.
Me too.
It looks great.
I think it's pretty newly published.
Yeah, July 22nd, 2025. How are there so many reviews?
That's 3 days ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Very newly published.
Can't wait.
Cool.
Okay, this podcast is produced by William Levin and brought to you by Hanukkah Pong, available on newesttraditions.com, 20% off with promo code Hanukkah Erotica, HANUKKAHEROTICA. It is a menorah-shaped beer pong game, never too late to order, never too early to order. Get it ready in time for Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're reading with us, we're reading Sisters of Fortune next.
Can't wait.
Goodbye, Mal.
Bye.